Good afternoon, all. I hope everyone is having a blessed so far evening tonight. I just wanted to come with you with this update of what took place, the aftermath of the raid at P. Diddy's house last Monday, and how Misa, is that her name? Misa Hylton um, slams officers for the excessive use of when detaining her son. When detaining her son, and and I mean, really, could you really blame this woman? Could you really be mad at her for defending her child and feeling a certain kind of way of how her child was dealt with through this raid? And she made some very valid points here. She Oh, I don't know where I'm at here. Okay. She made some very valid points here, and this has really truly getting out of control with how they handle celebrities um, when they making these kind of investigations, when they going in to make these type of investigations. So I just came across this one. This was an update. It came in, and I just wanted to just share this with you this afternoon as I'm continuing to follow up with what's going on around this P. Diddy saga. Okay. So this is really getting out of control. If they're going to arrest the man, but don't harm his children and his family and do all of this crazy stuff. And it's just sad. It says Justin's co-mother, Misa Hylton, is not happy with how federal Homeland Security agents treated her son when raiding his father, Sean Diddy Combs' Los Angeles home on Monday of March 25th. The fashion designer, the 51-year-old, took to Instagram on today, which is April 2nd, to share video footage of a swarm of officers arriving at the I'll Be Missing You rapper's California mansion where Justin, who is 30, and his younger brother Christian, who's 26, were handcuffed and detained at the scene. Okay? And in the caption of the post, Misa wrote a lengthy message accusing the agents of being too forceful when handling Justin and King last week, as she insinuated the situation was a possible example of police brutality and racism within America. And I would say it will make I have never seen, like the way they handle those young men. Um, and some people believe that they father should be responsible for this, and I don't think so. Okay, the overzealous and overtly militarized force used against her son Justin and Christian is deplorable. Misa expressed claiming if these were the sons of a non-black celebrity, they would not have been handled with the same aggression. Okay, this is Misha. This is the family sitting down there. And I believe this is her son, the one who's sitting right next to her here. And it says the attempt to humiliate and terrorize these innocent young black men is despicable. Enough is enough, she claimed. Miss Misa continued, did Justin need several laser beams from firearms pointed at his chest? Did Christian need a gun pointed at the back of his head while he was handcuffed? How many times have we seen young unarmed black men not make it out of these type of situations alive? Wow, this is sad. The celeb stylist further noted she is planning to take legal action against the officers, admitting my son's attorney Jeffrey Lichman is investigating the excessive use of force, which was unnecessary and certainly not required by this search warrant. We will fight for justice, utilizing every imaginable resource. I'm not with the propaganda. Where many social media users understood why the doting mother, the doting mom, was upset. The majority of those in comment sections insisted Diddy, who is being investigated for S trafficking and was slammed with 5 different sexual assault related lawsuits. In recent months, was to blame for fleeing the country right around the time the raids occurred and leaving his sons to face the consequences of their father's alleged actions. Okay. You know what I'm going to say here? I mean, it's a raid, not a pizza party. A father leaving his children to be manhandled by the cops is more shocking than anything in this video, especially when he knew they were coming for him. One person pinned as another added, "Oh, Misa, this is misplaced anger. Their father put them in this predicament." Still, some agreed with Misa, with one of her followers writing, "I totally agree. It's so sad how they treat black people." And another declaring, "This is really terrible." Shaking my head. Okay, I'm going to say that she has every right to defend her child, regardless of what Puffy did. He's, this is a mother. I mean, come on, people, this is a mother, and and of course she's going to have some concerns. Of course she's going to want to fight for her child, especially over the years of a lot of the trauma, okay, that is dealt with I mean, that black people are still dealing with over a lot of young black men, like she said, who lost their life unarmed and never made it out of these kind of situations. And then they plant a gun on them and they said they were dangerous and they did blase blase. So of course you feel some kind of trauma and you feel frightened and you feel scared, and these are the kind of things that could have went wrong. And I mean, the way she said the guns were pointed at her son's chest, a laser gun, and beams at their heads and all of that to blow them away, and the way they used such aggressive force. If this was a raid in any other kind of peoples that were high, profile celebrities or whatever, would you think they would have used the same force? I mean, let's be real, black people. Think about it. It happens. And of course, especially the kind of things they're accusing this man of, and none of these things have been proven to be really true. People just adding more rumors and lies. They just take one thing that they heard from whatever and then they try to make it more exaggerated. And I don't know Puffy, and I never really was a fan of Puffy, but I'm just seeing what's going on right now and what's taking place, and how social media and these news outlets and the people out here that stirring the pot and that got all of this stuff all hyped up and doing and saying all these horrible things about this person. Some of these people with thousands of stuff, you don't know all half of these people. And the people that are saying these things that have supposedly had some kind of access to Diddy, these people are, people you would look at like, okay, like this dude I was just talking about, this Rod dude, this Rodney Jones dude. He don't seem credible, okay? And you could just tell this guy is looking for a come up. He's looking for something and he's going to try to come up making up these stories. People going to want to hear it. People out there, they all pumped up for this kind of evil gossip, whatever. This dude is looking to become successful and get himself out there under this kind of, what's going on right now with P. Diddy. Okay? And he's just going to add more, stir more to the pot. He probably was already a bisexual man and was really agreeing to have sex with, work, involve himself in these sex parties or whatever. I don't find him credible. I'm sorry. Um, and this is not something people should be poking fun at or making ridicule about. Seeing that this mother has concerns about her son and being harmed and endangered like that, and now they want to shift it to say it's Puffy. We don't know if Puffy knew about this was going to be raid. Maybe he knew, but he didn't know when they were coming, how they were coming, what they were going to do. He probably didn't. He didn't know they was going to use this type of aggressive force. Even if he did know, he didn't know. You see, and then, and I'm quite sure he informed these young men, his sons, what was going to happen. And maybe they didn't feel it was going to happen that day. Maybe they was just like, just hanging around the house, doing nothing, just chilling. And all of a sudden, here comes the, investigation, Homeland Security. It can happen. It can happen to anybody. I could be sitting here right now, and next thing you know, my house is being investigated, and my doors are being knocked down, and a gun is pointed at me, a laser or whatever. These things can happen. This is a frightening feeling. Nobody should have to go through this, regardless of what people said, what kind of, allegations are out there, or rumors are out there about a person. Nobody should be violated like that. Nobody. This is terrorism. In America, we got to treat our citizens better than this. Innocent until proven guilty. And all the facts is not there. Justice is not on the street. Justice should be served in the courts, in the United States courtrooms. Can't go on hearsay and go around terrorizing people and violating people like that. I don't believe these people's stories. Because when there's money, there's evil. When there's envy and jealousness, there's evil. And we got to do better as American citizens in this country. And we got to see sometimes people's situation sometimes becoming to be our own. Because yes, this can happen to you. Today is P. Diddy, and tomorrow it could be you. Have a heart. Have some humanity. I feel for this mother. Imagine it being one of the young men in my family, something like this happening to. Nobody want to see their children terrorized like that, regardless to how old they get. But anyway, y'all, I'm getting out of here. Till next time, I bring up any other updated information for you. I'll be back with you. But I'm really, really cannot blame this mother for what she is right now feeling about what happened to her child. Yes, enough is enough. If they find this man to be guilty of anything that he has committed, and they feel they have something on him, instead of going around terrorizing his family and his children and the community, just bring him in and let this process through the courts. Just bring him in and let this process through the courts. You can't go on hearsay. I'm going to continue to keep this family in prayer, these young people in prayer, and I'll be sure to say it. Keep these young people in your prayers. And just with that, you know, mustard seed, just with that little mustard seed of the word of prayer, that how that mustard seed can continue to be watered and it can continue to grow in the world. Prayer for these young people. And as a Christian, I have to think this way. What would Jesus do? If I'm a follower of Christ, it is what it is. So until the next time something else may come up, I'll be back with you again. So you have a blessed and wonderful Tuesday evening. Bye.